In this video, we are going to see stress analysis for a truss element using ANSYS APDL. So let us take one example. So this is the example we are going to take. Consider the 4-bar truss shown in the figure. So 4 bar is there. That is element 1, 2, 3 and 4. For the given data, we need to find stress in each element. That is, for all the element we need to calculate the stress value, also reaction forces and nodal displacement. The displacement that is happening on the node, that should be calculated. So it is given that Young's modulus is 210 gigapascal and area, that is cross sectional area of all the element, is given as 0.1 meter square. So this is the example we are going to take. So here 2500 Newton is acting downward, and at node 2 2000 Newton of force is acting towards x-axis. So let us start the problem. So for that, open ANSYS APDL, click preferences as usual, so where we can select what type of analysis it is. So click structural, OK. Then preprocessor, we need to assign the element type. So click element type, add. So here we are going to select a link. Okay, this is the combination of 4 different bar. We can call this as a link. So we can click link and 3D finite strain 180. So click OK, close. Then click real constant, where we can give the cross sectional area. Add, edit, delete, add. So link has been added. Click OK. So here cross sectional area, as per the example, it is 0.1 meter square. So click 0.1, OK, close. Then material properties, material model, structural, linear, elastic and isotropic. So Ex is Young's modulus, Prxy is Poisson ratio. So Young's modulus, it is given as 210 gigapascal. So 210 E9, that is, we have converted into Newton per meter square. Then Poisson ratio is not given in the example, so we are going to assume the Poisson ratio as 0.27. Click OK, close. So that's all. Now we can go for modeling the truss. So for that, click modeling, create. I am going to create this model using nodes. So click nodes in active CS, where we can give the nodal number. So in active CS, so node number 1 will be at the origin, that is X, Y and Z location should be 0. So leave that as empty and click apply. So now you can see, so node number 1 is assumed in the origin. Then node number 2, so as per the example, node number 2 should be 4 meter from node number 1. So that's what I am going to give. So in active CS, node number 2 should be 4 meter along x-axis. So give only x coordinate tab as 4 and leave other 2 as empty. Click apply. So now you can see node number 2 is assigned here, which means the distance between the node 1 and 2 will be 4. Then node number 3 should be here, which means x can be 4 and y can be 3. So in active CS, node number 3, x can be 4 and y should be 3. Click OK or apply. So now you can see here node number 3 is assigned. Similarly, node number 4 should be here, which means x should be 0 and y should be 3. So in active CS, node number 4, x should be 0, y should be 3. Click OK. Now you can see node number 4 is assigned here. You can zoom in to see the nodes clearly. Now we are going to join these nodes to form a truss element. So according to the example, we need to join node number 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4 and at last 1 and 3. So that's what I am going to do. So for that, there is an option called element. So in modeling, there is an option called element. Click that one. So here you can find auto numbered, so click that. So through nodes, we are going to draw lines through nodes. So through nodes, click node 1 and node 2, apply, then node 2, node 3, apply, node 3, node 4, apply, finally node 1 and node 3, OK. So as per the example, the truss has been created. So since we have drawn using nodes, no need to mesh it, so you can directly apply the load. So for that, go to load option, so analysis type, new analysis, default static analysis is there, so we are going to do static only, so click OK. Then we are going to define the load, so go to define load, apply. So first let us fix the nodes as per the problem we have taken. So here node 1 and node 4 should be fixed in all direction. Node 2 should be fixed only in y direction, so it should be movable along x direction. So for that, click structural displacement on nodes. So since we have created this truss using nodes option, so you have to click only on nodes. So if you created using key points, you can click key points. So here on nodes, click node 4 and node 1, click OK. You should fix in all directions, so click all DOF, OK. The same nodal option, click node number 2, click OK. It should be fixed along y axis, so you should select UY and select all DOF, click OK. So now you can see node number 2 is fixed along y axis. That's all. So after that, you can apply the force. So here node number 3 is acting with 2500 Newton of force downward. Similarly, node 2 is acting with 2000 Newton of force towards x direction, that is towards right side. So this should be given in negative, that is uy should be given in negative, ux can be positive. So for that, click force and moment on nodes, click this node, that is node number 3, OK. So it should be downward, so Fy minus value. If it is upward, you can give in positive value, so 2500 Newton. Click apply. So you can see 2500 Newton of force is acting on node 3 towards downward. Then select node number 2, apply. So it should be in y direction, so click Fx and it should be 2000 Newton positive. So then only it will apply towards right side, so click OK. So now you can see, so all the forces has been given. Directly you can solve the problem. So for that, go to solution, solve, current ls, OK. So solution is done. So we have solved the problem. So we can extract the result now. So according to the problem, we have to take the stresses in each element, also reaction forces and nodal displacement. So first let us take the stress in each element. So for that, click general post processor, plot result, contour plot, nodal solution. So here DOF solution is there, stress is there. So in both the option you can extract the stress value. So I am going in DOF solution, in that displacement vector sum. So if you go to stress, you can click one mesh stress. Okay, so DOF solution, displacement vector sum, okay. So now you can see what is the maximum deflection and what is the maximum stress that is happened in the truss element as per the problem. So if you want to view this in 3D, you can go to plot control, style, size and shape. Here display of the element will be in off, you can switch it into on, click OK. So you can see the truss in the 3D view. So you can change the views so that we can clearly see what is happening in the truss. So here there are the maximum stress value. So that is 0.381 into 10 to the power minus 6 Newton per meter square. Then we need to find reaction forces and nodal displacement. So for that, go to list result. So in that we can get nodal solution and also reaction solution, and also nodal loads can also be taken. So first let us take reaction solution. So all items, click OK. So you can find at node 1 what is the reaction force, at node 2 what is the reaction force, at node 4 what is the reaction force. Since these three nodes are fixed, you can get the reaction forces only in node 1, 2 and 4. So this is the reaction forces. Similarly, we have to take nodal displacement. So for that we can select nodal loads. So all items, click OK. So these are all the nodal loads. So at node 1, 2, 3, what are all the different loads is acting. So nodal displacement, for that click nodal solution, DOF, vector sum, where we can see so what is the displacement in each node, that is node 1, node 2 and node 3 along UX, UY and UZ. Okay, so these are all the different nodal displacement. So that's all. We have calculated all the data, that is stresses in each element, nodal loads and also reaction forces. Thank you.